One of the most highly anticipated times of a student's high school career is prom and graduation season, and what a time for celebration. Unfortunately, irresponsibility and underage drinking can turn this night into tragedy. It's important for students to use their best judgment to keep themselves and others safe. Some people think prom is an excuse to engage in underage drinking and drugs. While under the influence, many teens think that they're still equipped to drive. By doing this, they're not only putting themselves at risk, but everyone else on the road. At Lenape High School, driving safety is taken as a serious matter. Students in the Driver's Education Club, led by Mr. Curcio, constantly take action to remind their peers of the fatal consequences that go along with careless driving. Kristen Vigiano of the Driver's Education Club believes that driving safety is an important issue to discuss, especially amongst teenagers who are very inexperienced on the road.
I really work closely with both the president and Curcio to really reach out to the students and staff in Lenape as well as the local community to inform them about the dangers of unsafe driving and what precautions they can take to prevent any of those situations from happening. I would recommend that all students really make sure that they stay mature behind the wheel because they most likely will have a bunch of friends in their car that will try and distract them, and you really have to make sure you don't pay attention to those distractions and that you are as safe as possible, and just to also remember don't text and drive.
In 2013, 17% of drivers aged 16 to 20 that were involved in fatal motor vehicle crashes had a BAC of 0.08% or higher. Ms. Hammond is the senior class advisor at Lenape High School. She was gracious enough to share her views on driver safety after prom with us.
I think the seniors this year especially should be able to keep their prom night safe so long as they are responsible for all of their actions. Make sure if they're driving, they're responsible driving, especially with the traffic on a Friday night. Now we have a lot of classes in the health classes, things like that, where the staff members there teach them how to drive properly, not to drink and drive, and they give them all kinds of good advice.
Any student driving on prom weekend, or any time at all, should be sure to take caution before getting behind the wheel. It's smart to make sure cell phones are charged in case of an emergency, but keep them out of sight so it doesn't become a distraction. As prom and graduation season approaches, Lenape parents and students should take the time to educate themselves on the dangers of thoughtless driving during and after prom and how to prevent an accident from occurring. If Lenape seniors make smart and responsible decisions this upcoming prom, they will not only have a fun night, but will go home with strictly happy memories. We'd like to thank everyone who helped us for their contributions to our story. For everyone at Tribal News, I'm Kelly Donahue. Now, back to the studio.